This is the Jaffel Report.
Somewhere between the fireworks on television and the distant sound of somebody else's party, there's a quiet little moment where a West Coast boomer finally gets to breathe. Hello there, a warm Canadian welcome if it's your first time listening, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. I am your West Coast boomer, with a personal observation on how to enjoy a more toned-down New Year's Eve, according to Reach Wealth, that's WELLTH.com. Out here on the left coast, there's a strange comfort in knowing this part of Canada is a little older than the prairie cousins, a little bit more seasoned, with a few more seniors watching the rain hit the window instead of lining up for a club. The kids and grandkids are off doing their own thing, and suddenly New Year's Eve stops being about big nights and starts being about not losing the remote and remembering where the reading glasses went to. So this year, picture a quiet house, maybe a one-bedroom apartment with a decent view of clouds instead of fireworks. This celebration is not about noise. It's about permission. Permission to say, you know what? I've done my share of crowded countdowns. Tonight is for me. One idea is a year-in-review walkabout of your own life without leaving the couch. Pull up a few photos on the phone or tablet, not to brag, just to remind yourself that you actually lived through all that. The appointments, the scares, the little victories that never made it to social media. Another is a gratitude and gripes list. One column for what went right, and one for what you survived anyway. Because some years the win is simply that you're still here, according to the everygirl.com. Instead of champagne, maybe it's a favorite BC craft beer, or a mug of herbal tea spiked with the rebellious knowledge that you can go to bed whenever you like. Put on a playlist that matches the mood, something between Joni Mitchell reflection and old school rock that reminds you that there was a time when your knees actually bent on purpose. Now, you could try an intention jar. Scribble small, doable promises to yourself on scraps of paper and drop them into an old mason jar, West Coast style. Not resolutions carved in stone, just gentle nudges like, call that old friend, or take the ocean air more often, writes ChristyColeman.substack.com. If you really want to get radical, turn off the TV 10 minutes before midnight and just sit there in the quiet. No ball drop, no countdown, just the sound of the fridge humming and the clock doing its thing, reminding you that time moves on whether or not anyone yells, Happy New Year! Of course, there are consequences to this kind of low-key rebellion. You might find that after one peaceful New Year's at home, the pressure to perform for other people starts to fade. You might realize that being a so-called aging boomer on the West Coast is less about disappearing and more about finally owning your own rhythm, rain and all. You might even discover that with the noise turned down, you can actually hear what your own life has been trying to tell you all along. Who am I, you ask? Just another friendly observer. Call me Jaffo. Hey, I do appreciate you taking 5 minutes out of your day to listen to this old boomer's observations. If I may be so bold, could I ask that if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like and subscribe.
The JaffelReport.ca.
The Jaffel Report is downloadable from wherever you get your podcasts from. That's the JaffelReport.ca. Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes we all need a moment to recharge. I initially discovered guided meditation back in my 40s, but neglected it until my heart attack in my 60s. Eventually, I started recording my own guided meditations, and now I'd like to share them with the public. Whether you prefer a simple, soothing voice or a rich experience by adding music with ambient sounds, I've got you covered. The meditation sessions start at $4.20 each. The first 3 are free. Visit 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca. And start your journey to inner calm. Your path to peace is just a click away.